Setting out on a quest to understand the deeper aspects of ourselves may be a fascinating and transformative experience. This concept may seem unusual or difficult to accept, but it is all about opening our hearts to something magnificent that we cannot see, yet is an important part of who we are. Consider your inner better self to be a loving buddy who is constantly around, but frequently out of sight, in the midst of our hectic daily lives. This silent guide, always patient and never in the way, is inextricably linked to what we genuinely desire, bringing us to incredible discoveries that we just cannot locate with our eyes and ears alone. Consider the magnificent tale of our life, which is made up of strands from the physical, spiritual, and emotional realms. These worlds are all interconnected and rely on one another, influencing our lives in both little and large ways. This mixture contains the essence of who we are, which shapes how we perceive the world. Our inner self, which is so aware, desires that we awaken to the incredible energy surrounding us. It encourages us to feel this harmony, since it is how we truly understand what makes our soul joyful or miserable. As we gather today, all of us on this spiritual journey, we will explore the enigmatic part of ourselves that is more than just us. We'll figure out how it communicates with us in mysterious, often baffling ways. Let's start with something truly interesting: the realm of dreams. Dreams at night are more than simply thoughts. They're powerful methods. When our higher self wants to communicate with us, it utilizes dreams to convey us a message, a warning, or a sign. These dreams serve as a beautiful bridge between our everyday lives and our higher selves. They transport us beyond time, revealing the past, present, and future. When our dreams represent what is going on in our life right now, they are actually messages from our soul, inspiring us to follow our hearts and fearlessly face the future. Navigating spiritual echoes. As we progress deeper into our spiritual journey, we come across the second indicator, a subtle yet important occurrence that is sometimes buried in plain sight: the reflecting of ourselves in others. Consider a discussion in which your words and actions appear to dance in perfect unison with another's, as if reflecting a common inner voice. This mirroring effect, like a chat between two friends whose ideas and expressions are in sync, represents a deep connection with the higher self. When you notice your thoughts and words replicated in those around you, it's a subtle nudge from your higher self, speaking in a language beyond words. Embracing these moments necessitates intervals of silence in which the clamor of the world disappears, allowing for a deeper communion with your soul. In these peaceful times, wisdom comes easily, directing your spiritual journey with clarity and purpose. Our path has now led us to the third sign, an inner guidance that exists inside each of us: our intuition. This inner light acts as a compass, directing our movements through unsaid truths. Its unique capacity to predict and warn us is comparable to a sixth sense, guiding us through life's many decisions. Consider a typical morning as you prepare to start on your regular commute. When faced with the choice between your normal route and an unexpected shortcut, a whisper of intuition rises inside you, pushing you to go off the established road. Trusting this subtle direction, you subsequently realize that your typical route was disrupted by an unexpected delay. This simple yet significant event demonstrates the importance of intuition in directing us to make decisions that are beneficial to our well-being and avoid possible pitfalls. Intuition, which is always present and perceptive, not only predicts future occurrences, but also provides guidance in resolving previous disputes and current issues. Even when intuition produces less than ideal results, it provides essential lessons and possibilities for progress, always leading us on our spiritual path toward enlightenment and wisdom. As we continue our spiritual journey, we are met with the fourth sign, the appearance of synchronicities. These important coincidences arise as seemingly random happenings that are linked to a greater purpose. Imagine wandering through a crowded metropolis, buried in reverie about a long-lost buddy, only to run into them seconds later. These synchronicities are not just coincidences, but rather designed by the cosmos to correspond with our ideas and goals, acting as markers on our spiritual path. They remind us that the cosmos is inextricably linked and sensitive to our deepest thoughts and feelings. To embrace these synchronicities, we must be open and alert, seeing and appreciating the interconnection of all things. We expose ourselves to the flow of the cosmos, allowing serendipity to lead us to experiences and relationships that will improve our spiritual journey. The sixth indicator of our spiritual journey is the development of empathy and compassion. As we advance, we become more sensitive to the feelings and needs of others, frequently experiencing a great sense of connection and understanding. This developing empathy is more than an emotional response. It is our spiritual awakening to the interconnection of all existence. We learn to perceive the world through a compassionate lens, acknowledging the intrinsic value and difficulties of all sentient beings. This shift in viewpoint develops a stronger feeling of community and a desire to alleviate suffering, wherever we find it. As our empathy grows, we become conduits of compassion and healing, contributing to the common good and cultivating a more peaceful world. This transition marks a big step forward in our spiritual development as we exemplify the values of compassion, selflessness, and unconditional love, which are important foundations of an enlightened and spiritually full existence. As we go through the realms of self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment, accepting our intuition becomes an important option. This inner voice is more than simply a whisper in the wind. It is a trustworthy guide who leads us to a deeper knowledge and greater fulfillment. Along the way, similar to subscribing to our channel, we choose to stay connected to a source of ongoing inspiration and advice. Imagine our intuition as a light in the darkness, illuminating the road to knowledge and inner serenity. Just as our channel seeks to illuminate your trip with educational information, our study leads us to the fourth indicator, a mystery yet spiritually charged occurrence, the unexpected appearance of persons in our lives. Far from coincidences, these people arrive as if by divine intervention, just when we want advice or assistance. They are not random visitors. Rather, the universe's synchronistic patterns have carefully weaved them into the fabric of our lives. Instead of avoiding these interactions, let us appreciate the beauty of the divine orchestration. It's as if the cosmos, in its infinite wisdom, recognizes our need for company or advice and sends the proper individuals our way. This understanding is a stunning demonstration of our soul's connectivity with the cosmic dance of existence. Next, we will look at the fifth sign, the domain of thinking. Our ideas are much more than ephemeral reflections. They act as a channel for communication with our higher selves. The ideas and speculations that go through our heads influence our experience of the world, directed softly but powerfully by our higher awareness. This subtle reminder to think positively and recognize life's interdependence comes from a deep partnership between our emotions, spiritual beliefs, and higher self. Meditation, awareness, and self-reflection help us to access this tremendous understanding. Our ideas reflect our most deeply held beliefs and goals, providing insights and intuitions that go beyond reasoning, observing and comprehending. Our thoughts allows us to enter a holy area within ourselves, where our higher self lives. This environment is a source of creativity and inspiration, leading us to honor our actual purpose and accelerate our spiritual development. Learning to discern between the ego's chatter, anxieties, doubts, and concerns, and the voice of our higher self. Intuition, direction, and love are skills that allow us to make decisions that are aligned with our actual identity. This inner listening is a compass that guides us to our true path, lighted by the light of our higher awareness. As we continue our spiritual path of growth and self-discovery, a painful symptom emerges: the growing estrangement from some people in our life. This confusing phenomena results from the emergence of our higher self. As we work on our own growth, our vibratory energy evolves, automatically attracting more pleasant and rewarding connections. This transition might lead to a gradual withdrawal from people who no longer agree with our course. Surprisingly, this process of mutual distance can go simply and without bitterness or regret. We begin to gravitate towards others who share our goals, who encourage our development and support our path. Despite the difficulties and the complexities of this separation, it is an essential step toward greater fulfillment. Trust your higher self's wisdom in these periods of inner struggle as it guides you toward a more peaceful and honest living. The sixth indicator is amplification of our emotions. If you find yourself overwhelmed by overwhelming emotions, consider it a sign from your higher self. This link may elicit a wide range of emotions, including great delight, deep contemplation, and even sorrow. The intensity of these feelings demonstrates the growing connection between your emotional state and your higher self. Recognize these emotional surges as signs of inner transformation, which will help you bridge the gap between your emotional and spiritual selves. This brings us to the following indicator: a need for isolation. Have you noticed a growing desire to withdraw, to spend time in quiet meditation, sorting your thoughts and feelings? Moving away from certain social engagements and activities is not a retreat, but rather a subtle call from your higher self. In its need for connection, our higher self frequently seeks periods of seclusion. During these moments, you may feel less inclined to interact with the outside world, preferring to explore the depths of your own inner environment. While seclusion may appear scary, it provides a unique opportunity to explore the spiritual aspects of our existence. Accepting this isolation strengthens our connection with our higher self, providing the door for profound self-awareness and spiritual understanding. And now we move on to the penultimate indicator of our spiritual journey: frequent meditation. Meditation is more than a technique. It is the entrance to profound inner serenity and connection. As you start incorporating meditation into your regular routine, you may feel a major shift in your consciousness. This exercise helps you to calm your thoughts and create a space of silence in which to connect with your higher self. Regular meditation increases consciousness, allowing you to see the world and your experiences through a lens of clarity and insight. This increased level of consciousness deepens your spiritual relationship, allowing insights and intuitions to emerge more easily. The feeling of unconditional love marks the end of our spiritual journey. This is not only romantic or family love, it is global and all-encompassing. As your spiritual connection grows stronger, your heart opens to welcome love and compassion for all beings. You learn to understand the interdependence of existence and the divine spark within each individual. This love is selfless and limitless, transcending the constraints of ego and judgment. It is a love that seeks the well-being and happiness of others, knowing that their joy and tranquility will lead to our own. This state of unconditional love is a sign of spiritual maturity, reflecting our greatest vibration when we align with the frequency of the cosmos itself. Journey to inner harmony. Have you felt an increasing desire to practice meditation, to set aside time for peaceful introspection? This exercise serves as a conduit, connecting the physical world to our spiritual essence, allowing us to remove ourselves from the material world and focus on our spiritual self. This desire to meditate might be a signal from your higher self, attempting to develop a deeper connection with you. I've felt this magnetic pull to meditate myself. It's a deep internal whisper asking me to devote more time to personal introspection, living in the now and reconnecting with my inner self. This desire to meditate is a calming salve, promoting presence and a sense of completeness. Meditation can help us let go of unneeded obligations and relationships that no longer serve our spiritual needs. It opens the door to higher realms of existence, providing relief from the turmoil of sadness, worry, and tension. This connection with higher dimensions allows us to receive crucial insights and strengthen our resistance to life's hardships. Then, there's the ultimate sign, a dynamic rush of inspiration and excitement in our lives. Have you observed any transformative shifts happening around you? These changes are the direct result of your increasing connection to your higher self. As this link grows stronger, creativity, attention, and commitment to self-improvement bloom. This strengthened relationship encourages open-mindedness and the courage to face obstacles front-on. You may find yourself beginning on new initiatives, like as starting a business, building a house, developing new connections, or taking big entrepreneurial risks. Isn't this an interesting journey? The awakening of your higher self is a catalyst for significant transformation, motivating you to explore unexplored territory and live life with a renewed sense of purpose and enthusiasm. These are only a few evidence of your higher self's calling. The spiritual realm is large and complicated, allowing for several interpretations. Consider how these indications relate to your relationship with your higher self. Accept times of thought and introspection. They are distinctive and precious, strengthening your connection to your higher self. May this wisdom brighten and deepen your spiritual journey.